Hello, hello, and welcome to another episode of the
Latin voices.
Happy and Blessed Thursday, everyone, and Happy and Blessed Friday for those who are on Friday. And today we are bringing you the following topic.
Yes, today we're going to be talking about I don't have time, the most expensive belief I ever had.
Yes, so that's what we're going to be talking today. But before we dive into our topic, let us introduce ourselves. So, hi, everyone. My name is Sandy. I'm originally from Panama, but currently residing in Surrey, British Columbia, Canada. I also work in the movie industry, and I'm a proud digital business owner and mentor.
Hello, everyone. Happy Thursday. My name is Isabel. I am originally from Mexico, now residing in North Carolina with my family. I am a digital business owner and a mentor.
Yes. So we also want to remind everyone that every Tuesdays and every Thursdays we do have a live webinar. So if you want to learn how you can start your online business and start creating that plan B or that extra side of income alongside your current job, here are three ways that you can get in touch with us to learn more. So you can either put in the comments more info, or you can send us a private message, or you can register directly into our website. So if you register directly into our website, you can catch tonight's live webinar. So when you register into our website, you will receive an email that will contain two links. The first one is to register to the live webinar. So that one will take you to a page. So there you can register for either day or for both. So our live webinars are every Tuesdays and Thursdays at the same time, 5 p.m. PST and 8 p.m. EST. The second link you get there is a link to the replay of the live webinar. So just in case you cannot attend to our live webinar, that's not a problem. You can always catch the replay and watch it from the comfort of your own home. In addition to that, we also invite you to our private Facebook group where you get to see more success stories from members of our community and more information about the business. Now, you're probably wondering, so what is it that you're going to find out on the webinar? On the webinar, you're going to find out how our online business plan works. And also, you have the opportunity to hear from the panelists, which are members of our community, who will be sharing with you why they decided to start their online business and how this online business has transformed their lives. So, if you want to catch tonight's live webinar, here are the hosts and panelists for tonight.
Okay, so open the door to a triumph. Secret reveal for a successful online business launch. That's what they're going to be talking today, in our live webinar. We're going to have Katrina as our host. She's a former registered nurse, a life insurance advisor, and a TV production staff. We're also going to have Anusha, who is a business coach, um, buyers and advocate, ex accountant. And we're also going to have Rebecca, who is a radiographer. We're going to have Romali, who is a senior finance professional public in the public sector. We're also going to have Sanhita, who is a registered nurse, Kishore, who is a business owner, and Delini, who is a full time academic. So don't forget, you can either send us a direct message, you can register on the website you see on the screen, or you can comment info for more details.
Thank you, Soel. So if you're catching tonight's live webinar, our live webinar has subtitles in five languages: the Spanish, French, Tagalog, Vietnamese, and Arabic. And if you're catching the replay of tonight's live webinar, our replays have subtitles in several languages. So there you go. So now you know if you want to learn more about how you can start your online business and start creating that plan B or that extra side of income alongside your current job, here are three ways again where you can get in touch to learn more. So you can either put in the comments more info, send us a private message, or register directly into our website. All right, so let's dive into our topic.
Yes, today we'll be talking about how I don't have time, the most expensive belief I ever had.
Yes, that's where we're going to be talking today. So, welcome back to another episode of the Latin Voices. And happy and blessed Thursday for those who are on Thursday, and happy and blessed Friday for those who are on Friday. So, today we're talking about one of the most common things people say when they're thinking about changing their life or starting something new, and that is, I don't have time. And to be honest, many of us have said it before. Between work, family responsibilities, life stress, and everything else happening around us, it can feel like there is simply aren't enough hours in the day. But today, we want to share something important and that we learn on our journey. And that is, sometimes the belief that we don't have time is actually the most expensive belief we hold. And for that, we're going to be talking about the following points.
Okay, so we're going to be talking about we often have less free time than we think, but more control than we realize. And then many successful business starts as side projects.
Yes, so that's what we're going to be talking today. So let's dive into the first point.
Okay, so our first point for today is we often have less free time than we think, but more control than we realize. And see, this is where everything changed, right? One of the most common things I heard from people is this: I don't have time. And I understand that feeling very well. For many years, after working 20 years in corporate, being a full-time mom, my kids been in sports, me trying to keep up with all the responsibilities at home as a wife, as a mom, my days were full of responsibility, between work, family, deadlines, taking care of everyone else. Like many women, especially mothers and immigrants working hard to build a life, my schedule already felt completely full. So, when I first started exploring the idea of building something online, my first thought was the same one many people have. Where would I even find that time? Because we feel like we don't have time. We feel overwhelmed. We feel like we're running all the time. But when I began looking more closely at how my time was actually being spent, I realized something important. Research from Statista and Nielsen shows that average adults spend more time 3 hours per day on social media and entertainment content that adds up to over 20 hours every week. Just think about that, 20 hours a week that we're just spending on social media or just consuming content or entertainment. You know, that's a lot of hours spent in a week. And this isn't about guilt or judgment. We all need moments to relax and disconnect. But it made me think differently. What if I what if a small portion of that time, maybe an hour a day, was invested in learning something new, building a skill or working towards a different future? And if you look at your time, if you look at when you think I don't have any time because, like I know you may have something to do every hour, but you may have blocks in between, whether it's 10 minutes, 12 minutes, 15 minutes. And you may think that's not a lot of time, but believe me, when you use those minutes to do something productive, you'll be surprised about how much you can accomplish using those blocks of time here and there. So, 12 minutes, how many pages of a book can you read it in 12 minutes? So just think about the things that you can do between those times, those little blocks of time that you have. That realization changed my perspective. I didn't need an empty schedule. I didn't need 10 extra hours a day. I just needed to be intentional with small pockets of time. Like, when I started my business, I was doing a full time job and I was using, 10 minutes here, 15 minutes here, a little bit every pocket of time I saw, I use it to work on my business, to do my training, to answer emails, to reach out to people. So we do have that time. We just have to be intentional about the way we use it. Some days it was, 10 minutes for me. Some days it was 30 minutes. Some days it was 15 minutes. Some days it was even, an hour in the evening at night after everybody had gone to sleep. But sometimes it was learning while my kids were doing, activities. If they had, like I said, they had games, practices. While they were doing that, I was doing some of my work. But those small, consistent moments started adding up, because the truth is, progress rarely comes from huge leaps. It usually comes from small, consistent actions repeated over time. And when those small actions are connected to a bigger vision for your life, they begin to create real momentum. So think about your day and see if you have any pockets of time that you can use to start, to grow, or to do some of the things that you don't think you have time for. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Isabel. So yes, Isabel just talked about we often have less free time than we think, but more control than we realize. So yeah, so even though we think that we don't have time, we actually do have time. I mean, we can fit anything. For example, this online business, you can do it in every time pocket during your day, and you can take advantage of that. Many times we just waste it, like Isabel was mentioned, scrolling or watching TV, something that is not really gonna help you to grow, or to to make your life better. So make use of your time, for the things that will make you grow and self develop. All right, so let's move on to the next point. So the next point is many successful business starts as size projects. So there's a myth that starting something new requires chaos or desperation. Well, it doesn't. According to Harvard Business School, over 50% of entrepreneurs begin while still employed. They build gradually, learning and testing before fully transitioning. But every journey is personal. In my case, I didn't go back. After 25 years in the film industry, an industry I loved and carried from Panama to Canada, I reached a moment of clarity. Not frustration, not burnout, clarity. I realized I didn't want to return to the cycle, the long hours, the unpredictability, the waiting between productions, the lack of control over my schedule. So when I started my digital journey, it wasn't a hobby, it wasn't just in case, it was intentional. I didn't leap recklessly, I decided consciously. And that decision came from years of reflection, wanting more time with my parents, more stability, more control of my future, more alignment with my values. Some people build slowly on the side. Others, when clarity hits deeply enough, choose differently. What matters isn't how you start. What matters is why you start. And in life, not just business, this principle applies. So you don't have to wait for permission. You don't have to wait for the perfect conditions. And you don't have to follow someone else's timeline. The key isn't whether you go part time or full time first. The key is deciding, am I building something aligned with the life I want? For me, once I saw the path clearly, going back no longer aligned with who I was becoming. And that's the deeper truth. Sometimes a side project becomes your main path, and sometimes clarity is strong enough that you don't look back. And both are valid, but alignment is what makes it powerful. So that's my message for this point. And Isabel just wanted to add, you don't need more time to start changing your future. You just need to start using a small part of the time you already have with intention. So there you go. So now let's find out what is our key takeaway from this topic.
Yes. So if you've ever said, I don't have time, I want to encourage you to look at that belief again. You don't need a completely free schedule. You don't need perfect conditions. Sometimes all it takes is a small decision to use a little time today to build something that can change tomorrow.
Yes, so that's our key takeaway for today. So we hope so that you learn something today when we say, I don't have time, it's holding you back, because really we can find time during our day, like any time pocket. And it's just a matter of, deciding, taking action into what you want to take advantage of that time that you're sometimes, we waste on things that, really not helping us to grow or helping us, to have a better life. So, um, so if you like what we shared today, or if you have any other tips, to add to the topic, you're welcome to put it in the comments, and we'll be happy to read your comments. And if you want to learn, how to, you too, you can start your online business, and be part of a community that uplifts you, that motivates you, and that guide you along the way, so you're never alone on this journey. Here are three ways that you can get in touch with us. They can either put in the comments more info, or you can send us a private message, and we'll be happy to answer any questions that you might have. Or you can register directly into our website with your name and email address, and we'll send you that invitation to our free webinar. We actually do have a free webinar tonight. So it's every Tuesdays and Thursdays at the same time, 5 p.m. PST, 8 p.m. EST. So when you register into our website, you will receive an email that will contain two links. The first one is to register to the live webinar, so you can pick either day or both. Second link is a link to the replay of the live webinar. So just in case you cannot attend to our live webinar, that's not a problem. You can always catch the replay and watch it from the comfort of your own home. In addition to that, we also invite you to our private Facebook group, where you get to see more success stories from members of our community and more information about the business. Now you're probably wondering, so what is it that you're going to find out on the webinar? On the webinar, you're going to find out how our online business plan works. And also you got the opportunity to hear from the panelists, which are members of our community, who will be sharing with you why they decided to start their online business and how this online business has transformed their lives. So if you want to catch tonight's live webinar, again, these are the three ways that you can get in touch with us. You can either put in the comments more info, send us a private message, or register directly into our website. All right, so let's find out what is our topic for next Thursday.
Yeah, so next Thursday we're going to have how to build something online without quitting your job. It's going to be a good topic. This will be for next Thursday.
Yes, so that's our topic for next Thursday, because many journeys begin exactly that way. So, saying that, I want to say thank you to everyone that has watched the live with us today. For those catching the replay, thank you so much. And to our followers, thank you so much for being part of our journey, for believing in us, and for engaging with our content. We want to wish everyone a happy and blessed Thursday for those who are on Thursday, and a happy and blessed Friday for those who are on Friday, and a happy and blessed rest of the week ahead for everyone. Thank you again for being here with us today, and until the next episode of the
Latin Voices.
Thank you, everyone. God bless you all, and thank you for watching.
Thank you.